Formed during an accidental nuclear meltdown, Martin Stein and this other guy named Ronnie Raymond would form into a composite being, aka the fusion technique style, or a fusion being known as Firestorm himself. Firestorm would go through multiple changes with number of people being added to and removed from the Matrix. The consistent traits of all the Firestorms are an ability to manipulate matter and energy. So, Firestorm is a being that you would hint by his name is like a fire type being, like Human Torch type being, right? Because Firestorm. Nope. He's actually not really, his main ability isn't really fire manipulation. Of course, he can shoot out energy blasts of fire, of course, if he wished, but he's more of a Silver Surfer type of being when it comes to matter manipulation and just being able to create cool stuff out of nothing. He's basically a better version or character from My Hero Academia would inspire to be. Hopefully in the future she gets feats like Firestorm. Possibly, probably not, but here's to hoping. She can, like, create stuff as long as she knows the scientific makeup of it and things like that with her ability. My Hero Academia, another good anime show that I love. But who knows the future of Momo and the potential of what she's going to do in the future of the show. If you're a TV person or a movie person, you might know of Firestorm from the CW series that's been going on, and he's kind of been lackluster in that too, kind of showing off just fire abilities. With every blue moon, he would show off like some matter manipulation and like in the crossover events and stuff like that. But yeah, my personal favorite portrayal of Firestorm has to be in the
Kryptonian, huh? The professor knows how to deal with you. And this stops.
Yeah, this is probably one of the better iterations and portrayals of Firestorm, being able to literally just generate kryptonite in this game's verse.
Wonder Woman under 10 feet of steel. You're gonna nuke us? It's the only way. Now go! Leave, all of you, or you'll get a hell of a lot worse than a sunburn.
You'd blow up Metropolis rather than let Superman go?
Save the Earth.
My powers. How did you gold kryptonite, courtesy of Firestorm? You gold kryptonite, courtesy of Firestorm. You gold kryptonite, courtesy of Firestorm. Stay down. Enough exposure, and you'll be depowered permanently.
Yeah, Firestorm is pretty freaking hexy. Like, can you imagine Firestorm with prep time? And I haven't even gotten to the real Firestorm feat run yet. Just give you an example of one of my favorite portrayals of Firestorm. Of course, that was more loosely based on the new 52-ish run, Not the one I'm particularly going over in this run, but a lot of similar powers and abilities, you know what I mean? By the way, their fusion process occurs at the speed of light, so when they fuse into the Firestorm Matrix, they can fuse really freaking fast. Naturally, being a being like he is, it's stated here in this little handbook thing, he can actually read and understand atomic structures. He's a very scientific being when it comes to matter manipulation and stuff like that. He can fly at hypersonic speeds. Don't really know the limits of him. He more than likely, due to the tier he's in, it's a good reason to believe that he could be faster than light. Really love his abilities to do weird stuff. For example, like turning bullets into flowers. Turning stuff that are lethal into non-dangerous stuff. Like, can you imagine being stranded on an island with this guy and there's no food there? He can literally pick up a piece of rock and turn it into like fried chicken. Like, I'm not exaggerating. Due to the nature of his abilities, a lot of people like consider him just like a blast power type character. I mean, his blast power, I would say, put him in the powerhouse level. There's several implications of that. Even though he doesn't have the most showings, the few showings he does have is pretty high end. Starting off the battle feats early, I mean, for the simple fact that he's gotten like slugfest with characters like Captain Atom. Captain Atom is generally considered to be like at least somewhere near the range of Superman level power. With his energy projection, it can put him higher than that, He's kind of similar to Firestorm in this aspect. Considering the level of strength that Captain Atom actually has, it's a miracle that he hasn't got splatted yet, so it is implied that he have some higher levels of durability. He even took like a quantum boom from like Captain Atom. Like, they really be fighting it out. Do I even have to get on how strong Captain Atom actually is, though? He's basically a quantum power generator. He's quantum powered. He's destroyed the helmets of Dr. Fates, broken through Hal Jordan's constructs, beings, that contain supernovas. No big deal, right? And he's KO'd beings like Mr. Majestic, so no big deal, right? Oh, no big deal. And Firestorm's gotten slugfest with Captain Atom. So, yeah, to give you an idea of his range of power. Oh, no, I wasn't playing about Firestorm's blast power and attack power. Like, his actual hits, like raw punches, can hurt Captain Atom. Crazy, right? Not just a blaster at all, right? He does have some form of super strength. But I wouldn't say that's where he shines at. I think it's his energy projection mixed with his punching power and strength. Kind of like how Iron Fist uses his energy in his fist. I would say Firestorm's punch is probably enhanced by his energy manipulation, that type of thing. He's even able to body slam and hurt characters like Captain Atom. He has shown some time where he has shown some decent lifting ability. Like on this occasion, lifts it and destroys it, yet on this occasion, lifts something real heavy again. Now, it's the moment you've been waiting for. It's time to actually get into the thing that actually makes this dude special, the transmutation, molecular manipulation, and matter manipulation aspect of this guy. This is the actual main ability that makes me actually would love to actually be this guy in real life. Like, limitless food. I don't know, I keep thinking about food. The video game was pretty freaking accurate on Firestorm being able to make stuff. Like, he literally made a cage made of kryptonite out of thin air. Yes, he's that broken in a comic. He's one of those guys, he actually might have Superman's number, not because of raw power alone, that too, but then he has like literally hacks. Not looking good for Superman when it comes to his hacks. Like, I'm just saying. And then it's like a large lead shield. Lead. Like, you know, the thing you can't x-ray through? Lead. He's like a Green Lantern, but instead of actually creating constructs made of green energy, he actually makes actual matter constructs that, like Green Lantern has to concentrate to keep his constructs up, right? When Firestorm makes the debris, you know, it's the debris. He can get knocked out. The debris already made. It's made, you know what I mean? Like, say if he makes a kryptonite cage and puts it on Superman, and then he gets killed, the kryptonite cage is still going to be up because he already made it before he died. You know, that type of thing. He transforms random debris into sodium. Sodium. You know the stuff that's in our blood with salt? You know the stuff we eat for food and a chicken? You know the stuff that's inside of salt? Sodium. He turns a billboard into hail. You know, ice. Hail. Yeah, hail. So he doesn't necessarily have to, like, actually turn physical stuff. Like, he can literally turn air into stuff. Like, that's all he needs is air. So, I mean, that's pretty much everywhere. Turns air into steel, literally created a metal cage out of the ground. He creates a large magnet. Oh my goodness, dude. He turns a helicopter into a Coca-Cola bottle. He even has complex molecular manipulation, changing a gun into salami, creates a wooden-ish beam and mattress literally out of thin air, dude. Okay, he's just having fun with his power now. Turning papers into flowers, makes a gun into a freaking cucumber, creates a pillow out of thin air, turns a light post into a hay, creates a wooden ramp, creates a banana peel out of thin air. He turns the top part of a building into a fan, a literal fan. He can make big building-sized-ish close things into a fan, like a force field projector into a flashlight. Changes water tanks into giant fire hydrants. So basically all he needs is air. He just turns air into missiles. Like, he just needs air. That's all he needs. So he can just make food out of air. One could say he can make stuff out of nothing. It's kind of similar to that. I mean, air is everywhere on the planet, right? He creates a squirt gun that can shoot out antifreeze. He can literally create a freeze gun. This dude can make Mr. Freeze the best battle suit ever. Let's hope he never does that. He literally can create him a robotic snake. Removes and creates a part of the boat. He changes a plane into a different type of plane. Really though? Can you imagine him like actually remodeling your car or fixing your engine or giving you a new engine in your car? He can literally make you a new engine for your car, a new battery for your car, new headlights for your car. He can just make you a custom made car mixed. He can make you a Lamborghini mixed with a Mustang, mixed with whatever you want, or mixed with a helicopter, mixed with a Men in Black car, mixed with a jet, mixed with the Batmobile, mixed with an Iron Man suit. You know what I'm saying? Like, he could do some bull crap like that. Creates giant mechanical hands. He can even create a giant pair of tongs out of thin air. Can control the road to form a barrier. Changes a gun into a mousetrap. Turns rubble into a safe. He turns a stage into a big old springboard. He's just having fun. He's one of those characters where you don't really see him fighting a lot of powerhouse levels a whole lot. But I mean, that showing against Captain Atom was pretty concrete to me. It's not really contradicting it either. Like the time he changed his being's Enforcer's armor into like a totally different armor in the middle of battle, like a knight's armor. Or the time he turned an entire river into quicksand. Like, really though? Quicksand? Creating shields out of nowhere to block stuff. He could just do stuff like this in the heat of battle. It's like a reflex. It's kind of like Green Lantern constructs. What if I told you he can actually create ember? If something is missing an accessory, he can create like a fire hose for a fire hydrant if they don't have any hoses nearby. Gotta love it. Instant fire hose, he says. He literally changes the rain into parachutes. Oh, just nothing new. Creating a giant umbrella. He literally transformed the Statue of Liberty, then just turns it back because he can. turns the lava and ash of a volcano into frisbees. Yeah. He can create balloons and confetti from the earth. Dude, imagine if Firestorm made your house, bruh. Like, you wouldn't have no bills. Like, he can create your own, like, power generator. He can, like, literally have you off the grid somewhere. Man, what? He would deck your house out. You can have him custom make it. Yeah, I wouldn't even. These people that sell houses in DC, man, do they even, realistically, they shouldn't even have any business, because Firestorm should be able to just make everybody their houses from his abilities. Yeah, he created a giant Superman. Very funny, Firestorm. If I told you him creating stuff with his abilities isn't the full nature of his power, you're probably asking, what am I talking about now? What if I told you that he can alter his own molecular structure, his own, and he can phase? I don't think he can do this to everybody else, though. But I think he can do this to himself, because he's the one that does all the molecular manipulation. He can fix broken stuff, like fixing this bike. He turns solid into a gas. He can solidify air molecules, make it solid, the air molecules. He can change his own density to be lighter than the air. Yeah, he's relaxing on clouds. Don't ask. Oh no, that was not a one-off ability. He can phase inconsistent situations over and over again, even phasing through glass. So yeah, he can phase consistently. This comes really in handy in combat, because he actually does this to bullets. Yep, bullets ain't hitting me. He got in a battle with Killer Frost. Of course, he was able to phase from attacks from Killer Frost. Phases into a car to knock a guy out. Gotta love it. By the way, there has been other fusions of Firestorms, and not just Rami, Raymond, and Stein, but in fusion with other beings. But before I get to that, he can create energy similar to the heat of an actual solar flare. Was this star level confirmed? Duh, of course he is. By the way, he can absorb explosions too, just in case you were wondering, oh, I'm just going to blow him up. Nope, I can absorb that energy too. What are you, Bishop now? Firestorm is also fused with other people, like this Russian superhero like Mikhail, I hope I'm saying that right, but you get the point. Let me just get into his feats, shall we? So evidently he can mentally enter the time stream. Evidently when he's in the time stream, he can supposedly, quote unquote, possess bodies. I know I keep going back to Captain Atom. They keep on fighting. He was actually able to contain a character as powerful as Captain Atom with his abilities. I mean, for Pete's sake, he was able to liquefy a manhunter. He was actually able to turn energy blasts into snow. I mean, just by being angry, he can just create like volcanic explosions and stuff like that, eruptions. Okay, now this Firestorm is a little bit different. It's like 3 minds in one instead of just 2. Yep, a lot of evolutions for Firestorm. Yeah, he's beast in his new form. To the point even characters like Parasite can't really absorb his power, nor can he be hurt by another elemental being, because, you know, he's like kind of the master of elements and stuff. A lot of matter manipulation, molecular stuff. He can even heal himself, by the way. Can just do cool stuff like remove the pollution in the air damaging the planet. Can turn a literal nuke into glass. There's heavily implication that Firestorm is indeed in the powerhouse level, like the time he actually fought characters like the Swamp Thing. You know, the literal abstract existence of the green. He incinerated him when he was the size. It's big. No, Swamp Thing really is that big. He was literally the size of Tokyo. You know what? He used all of fire to grow in size, or to grow even more powerful. You know, I had to throw a fire feat in here somewhere because his name is Firestorm. I just had to throw at least one, right? Just for the sake of his name, right? So Firestorm has had a long history. It has been like revealed that Martin Stein was revealed that he'd be destined to be the fire elemental. Yeah, I know it's a lot of confusing stuff going on. Martin Stein as a fire elemental is to the point where he's by himself at the moment. Strong enough to survive like black holes. Mere presence can melt an entire city. So now that he's the fire elemental and he's separated from Ronnie, he completely rebuilds Firestorm to where he doesn't need to fuse anymore, and he can be the Firestorm independently. Upgrades on top of upgrades. By the way, Martin Stein as this fire elemental was able to seal away a black hole, was able to restrain Captain Atom, able to harm characters like Captain Atom, and that's that evolution of that. Now Ronnie Raymond is just a Firestorm on his own at this point. Yeah, a lot of evolutions. We went far, people. But he's still able to fight characters like Captain Atom for that. For those that don't know. It's implied here when he's able to take a blast that actually hurt Captain Atom. Okay, that you know the Superman Prime 1 Million storyline? Yeah, Firestorm was able to take a ice blast from Superman 1 Million. Yeah, miscellaneous stuff. He can even take blasts from characters like Green Lantern. He can still do the normal matter manipulation type stuff, like turning all this building into water. Firestorm ends up going through more events. He ends up fusing with somebody else, becoming a new Firestorm all the way to the end of Post-Crisis. He's, you know, he went through a lot of stuff in the Blackest Night storyline. He died, came back, but now he has a partner in Firestorm, the whole 9 yards, that type of thing. This time he's paired with Jason Roosh. He's pretty insane. Heck, he can even teleport now at this point. You got to love it. It's crazy. The funny thing about this is that no, they didn't destroy the universe, but the fact that they thought they could or they did destroy the universe lets you know of his power. I mean, you gotta know how strong you are. Actually thought he did, but he didn't, he went to another universe here. I mean, they say he can't create stuff out of nothing, but he's consistently shown to be able to create stuff out of air, even creating magnetic fields and stuff like that. So I don't really know what they mean. I guess they say, whatever. In my opinion, he can create stuff out of nothing if we're being honest. I mean, the dude created an energy cage, like an actual energy cage. By the way, this is just Jason Roosh at this point, when he was just Firestorm by himself before him fusing with Ronnie. Yeah, when Jason Roach was a Firestorm for a little while by himself, he was Firestorm for a little while by himself. He was able to kind of phase into Jon Stewart's mind. Definitely in the solar system ranges, he can absorb the sun's power and energy. He changes the Anti-Monitor's helmet into hydrogen, probably one of his greater feats, the Anti-Monitor, gotta love it. And now we're approaching like his highest probably ever feat of all time or lore behind Firestorm. Look, he created the giant match, gotta love it. Yeah, many events with Firestorm is a powerhouse, man. He's up there with the Superman-ish level characters, but doesn't get no love due to the nature of him not being as popular. He's definitely the Superman, Wonder Woman, Martian Manhunter range, but needs more love. Now, this is where it gets to the debatable ranges. Like, does this actually confirm him being in the Skyfather ranges at this point, saying that he literally is the Big Bang? This is absolute madness. Is he really the... I'm just going to let this sit here. It states here. So we're basically one giant control alt delete button for the universe. He said YouTube blow up and everything exists would be destroyed. It states here, when Ronald and I first met, I was attempting to validate my theories on the existence of the Big Bang. That there was an actual spark that preceded the existence of the universe. And I think that day, I not only proved the existence of that spark, I captured it. It's possible, the Big Bang, the trigger for starting the universe. The more you're at emotional odds, the higher the chances of the triggering a new Big Bang. What the heck? Okay, now I know that last bit sounds ludicrous. I know there's been a lot of hosts, there's been a lot of different fusions, on and off fusions. When Martin became the Fire Elemental, Ronnie Raymond was the Firestorm Force by himself for a while. Ronnie Raymond was fused with Jason for a little bit, and then it was a three-person Firestorm fusion for a little bit. So yeah, Firestorm. I don't know if that last bit is like the true representation of what he's walking around. Like, I don't know if he can just be like, okay, I'm going to fight Superman in a one-on-one fight, and I'm just going to blast him with the Big Bang amount of energy. I don't know if he can just do that. But it just gives me an idea of maybe their full potential of what Firestorm can really do and what they really are capable of. Because like a giant Big Bang, that's actually pretty ludicrous. Then you got feats of him fighting Captain Atom. I do believe him walking around normally, consistently, he's probably in the powerhouse ranges of power due to his sheer versatility. Like, he can literally create weapons out of nothing, the air. They say he needs something to touch, but I mean, he's been creating stuff out of air and stuff. There's even been times when he was in space. I didn't even show some of that stuff in his video. There's even more feats I didn't even show in this video because it's just that many feats for Firestorm. All the different evolutions during the Death Storm incident. I didn't even show all that, but I didn't want to make this video too long. I want to keep it straight to the point because this character isn't super popular, so I don't want to make a video too long about a character and it don't get no views because people see the time length and they be like, oh, I ain't watching no 50-minute video about Firestorm. But let me know if you want to see more videos about Firestorm. I might make more if this one does well, but if it doesn't, I'll probably take a break on it, and hopefully people enjoy that did watch it because this did take time to make. But I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Respect Firestorm, and I bet you didn't know he was this strong. I will see you guys later.